Hello, in this video we're going to show you quickly how you can import a listing from Vrbo or Airbnb onto our website. It's a very simple process. Just navigate to the listing site where your listing is, and in the search box type in your vacation rental listing number with that platform. Do a search, and once you find your property, here it is. You just come up to the URL box in the top of the browser, and you want to copy everything from the HTTPS through the listing number. You can include the question mark too, that's fine. Once you copy that, you come back to our website. This is your dashboard where you log in, and you'll notice there's no listings for this subscription. So we want to click on Add a Listing. When you click on Add a Listing, you get our listing wizard to add a listing, and you see there are several fields for you to fill out. But if you're importing from Airbnb or Vrbo, you simply paste that URL that we just copied from the other browser and click on this import button. It'll give you a wait window while it's processing. It takes sometimes 30 seconds, sometimes up to a minute. But once it's successful, you'll see these fields populate with information, and the import process will be complete. So as it takes its time to copy over all your photos, it copies over your last 10 reviews, it copies over most of your amenities, and will make it really easy for you to just finish up a listing with us to get it active. Okay, now you can see that the field's populated, and we now have a bunch of information in here, and all this information has been filled out for this listing that's been copied from VRBO. You can see it tells you the property type. Condo complex is one of our unique fields for condo buildings. So if you have a condo in an area like the Fishery on Long Beach Island, you can just select that. For the title, you'll notice here -9 characters. Our VRBO listing was too many characters, so we're going to have to shorten this up a little bit. So you just have to decide what you're going to get rid of. So in this case, if I get rid of the heated part in the beginning, and I still got a little bit extra, so I can get rid of some commas here too, and get down to where I have 0 characters left. The summary, the description, number of bedrooms, maximum guests, all this information is pre-populated for you. You can skip these boxes for open house and for price. This is for if you are actually trying to sell a home, but if you're renting it, you can just leave that stuff blank. All your information down here has been filled in for your location and your town. We also did our best to try to pin your house based on what VRBO had. If this isn't right, you can click and drag it to move it to the right spot. We also suggest you add your actual property address in this box here too, so that people know precisely what your address is. Add the zip code and any additional information. You can just scroll through and make sure stuff is accurate. A lot of the fields down here are specific to our destinations, so VRBO doesn't have this information. Go ahead and fill it in. The important stuff is down here under listing details. In this case, this house is on an ocean block and it's oceanside, so you can select as many of these as possible that represent your property. Vacation types, we do beach vacations, family vacations. We don't rent to proms and graduation groups. Your bedroom options, you can put this information in. So in our case, we have a king, we have a queen, we have a full, and we also have a twin bed too. Your bathroom options, we have 1 half bath, and we have 2 baths with toilets and showers, none with tubs. We do have an elevator, we do have stairs, we do have 2 off-street parking spaces, which we're going to select. So some of this information you just need to fill in as you scroll through. Also, these check marks, just go through and check off everything that applies. The most important things are these popular amenities. This is a searchable field. So in this case, we have an air conditioner, we have a rooftop deck. We don't have a dock, but we have a washer, dryer, elevator, Wi-Fi. We don't have a hot tub, but we have a pool. Also fill in your indoor and outdoor features that apply to your property. Any location, activities and adventures, you can check those boxes. If you want to put in how far away local attractions are, you can do that. The services section is pretty important. Any services that you provide, make sure you check those off. Policies. Make sure you select your check-in, check-out, and if you have a changeover day, select that as well. The policies box should be filled in with what your cancellation policy is. Your terms and conditions box should be filled in with your payment terms and conditions, when your deposit is due, when your final payment is due, and so forth. Payment options, select whatever payment options. If you just need to select one, just click on it. If you want more than one, hold down the control button on a PC and click off all those that are applicable to your property. In this case, we take MasterCard, credit card, and Visa, Venmo, all these methods we take. Security deposit, how much do you charge? In this case, $500. And then you've got your suitability. So do you rent for winter rentals or the entire summer? Is it great for kids? We're all great for kids mostly. Stairs, do you have 2 or more flights of stairs, 1 or less, or do you have an elevator? This one has an elevator. Is it wheelchair accessible? And what we mean by that is an ADA accessible too. So most of our properties are no for that. Pets welcome? No. Yes, they're welcome, or please inquire. Smoking? No in our case. When you get down to the SEO search engine optimization, this is an advanced feature. Watch our tutorial on how to set up your SEO settings if you want to try to rank on Google. When you're all done, make sure you hit save. And for the most part, your listing overview has now been finished for this listing. So if you check on your photos and videos, you'll notice that from the import from VRBO, the majority of your photos, or in this case, all the photos, were copied over. If you want to change your order of your photos, let's say we want to make this one the first photo, you can just click and drag and make that your first photo. And likewise, you can just reorder them if you like to. Rates, no rates come over from VRBO. VRBO's changed their rates to be nightly rates, and quite frankly, our rate system is much easier to use and much more customizable, so I suggest you watch our tutorial on how to set up your rates. Calendar, this is where you'll block out all of your availability. Again, we have a separate tutorial on how to block out your calendar, so take a look at that. Paid services, this is an optional tab on your listing where you can purchase additional paid services features. So we have special offers that you can do, we have featured listings, and we have highlights. So take a look at the tutorials on those to see what to do. But to import a listing from VRBO, that's pretty much it. So the Airbnb steps would be about the same. One important thing, once you do bring a listing in, the status is still inactive. We don't automatically mark it active because you will need to go in and make some updates to make sure it's accurate. So to activate it, there's a couple ways. You can click on this button here to highlight it and go to the action bar and go to active. Okay, that'll make any listings in this list that are checked active. So now it's showing up on the website. Now you can also, there's another switch for this too. If you come in here to the settings gear and go to overview here, this is that first page we just filled out. Here's your switch called listing status. Right now it's active. I'm going to make it inactive, and I'm going to click on save. And now if we go back to my list, you'll see it's now inactive. Okay, so that's your switch to turn it on and off whenever you want to. And that's how easy it is to bring your listing over from VRBO or Airbnb.